Cam Radio, it's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, the sports book every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Lots to talk about. Still a lot of basketball action. Um, Nobody knows where LeBron's going. I guess he's going to draw this out. Um, I know Cleveland. I don't know. James Harden said he was hoping that maybe he would come there. I thought he was going to Golden State. Now somebody threw in the 76ers.
Yeah,
That
that
may
was
be a
my
spot.
fourth. Yeah,
That was your fourth. Well, he's definitely
yeah,
not saying.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what he's. I mean, I guess what would you be? What I wonder what he's looking at. Like, what's the deciding factor for him? Is it
Mm,
a chance to win another ring? Is it a chance to put on a good show? Is it the money? Um,
right. Is it Bronny?
what do you?
Does
Is
Bronny
it
have to be a
Bronny?
part of that deal? You think?
That's a very good.
You
That's a
think?
very
Because I
good.
noticed
That's a
that,
legitimate question.
yeah, because some of the teams, I think Detroit and maybe Cleveland. I know I saw where Cleveland reported that they would include Bronny in the deal if he came.
Bronny,
Yeah,
correct.
but I'm not sure about the other ones. You know, and we all know Pat Riley ain't picking up nothing that he's not promising
No,
you
no.
anything that's not working with his system. So
Right. Right. It's his system. Right. It's definitely yes. There's no doubt about it. I know the Lakers signed Thibault. Am I saying that right? To a
hmm
1 year deal. I saw
yeah,
that.
Thibault, yeah,
Um, and then here's another interesting. So OKC traded Lou Dart,
hmm
who is a who is a top defenseman, um, to the Hawks. The Hawks are kind of making moves. What I
yeah,
mean, kind of quietly. They're steadily. I mean, they got rid of their superstar. Thought it was over. He was injured though. They got as much as they could for him.
hmm
They go to the playoffs, make a little run, um, start making some moves in the off season. So obviously they had a plan. Um, that's for sure. Um, and then it kind of drew my attention to OKC. OKC got Thunder will receive 3 future second round draft picks.
yeah,
Um, the Hawks receive Lou Dort and Ryan Newbard from Dallas. Mavericks receive Richarder. So I don't, I mean, it was just kind of interesting that OKC got rid of him because he is such a good defenseman. But I guess it's always plug and play. So what's your thoughts on that? I mean, is Miami a viable spot for him?
I think Miami is a viable spot. I think it'll work out well with the additions that they made, and especially with Giannis. And Giannis is one of those guys that he'll bring the ball up the court too. So even though
Right.
LeBron can have those duties, he can also operate off the ball as well because Giannis likes to bring the ball up court. Uh, but yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know because I did have Detroit as a solid fourth. I was going Golden
Oh,
State,
okay.
Miami, Cleveland, and then with Detroit being like my fourth if I had to pick a fourth. But and the only reason why I say Golden State because of family convenience. You know, with
Yeah.
Bryce
Yeah. Yeah.
being
Yeah.
in
Makes
Arizona,
sense.
and yeah, with the kids, so he can still be in the kids' sports activities and be involved and not have to travel as far. That's a hop, skip, and a jump for the kids. Cleveland, because that's your hometown and that's how you want to end your career. And I think Miami, because he's familiar and with Giannis and Abadio, and the other additions that they added, that's a good matchup too. Do I think Eddie plays? Do I think he will get to the championship wherever he goes? I don't think so. It's hard to take me away from the OKCs, the Spurs, the Knicks, and whoever else uh the Knicks have to face in the Eastern Conference. I think it's a toss up after them with Detroit and Boston,
Boston, yeah,
Cleveland, and now with this whole Kawhi thing, we don't know what Toronto is going to do because the trade's been halted
right,
because they're going to
right.
investigate and see what's going on with that. So everything's been put on hold, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't take that on either.
No, because they're trying to see if he got side money to compensate him uh, for his contract. Um, yeah, that's a big deal. That's kind of holds it off. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I guess we're a couple days away from him announcing um, where he's going to go. Like I said, Philly. I mean, it'd be interesting at all four spots. Hard to say which one. Maybe Miami because of Giannis, but Philly's pretty stacked up. Cleveland had a good year last year. Um, Golden State was so injured; it was hard to tell what could they do there. There's a lot of what ifs. I mean, that's just kind of part of it. Um, I, yeah, we just have to wait and see. That's all. I mean, that's all we can kind of do. Um, I mean, because I'm thinking Dallas is going to make some moves, trying to,
Yeah.
what I mean, trying to get this young guy, this young star, lots of help, so he could
Hmm.
benefit. Yeah, I mean, there's Charlotte. You know what I mean? Charlotte put together a solid. I mean, they're up and coming. I'm not saying
Hmm.
NBA championship, but they're going to be something to reckon with. Um, can Minnesota put it back together? I mean, there's just so many what ifs. Denver. Um, that being said, I mean, it should be a very interesting year in the NBA. A lot of competition is going to be very, very good across the board.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then,
Competition's good
well,
across the board.
yeah,
We got the second tier teams. Uh, what is Denver going to do with Jamal Murray? You
right.
know, um, you got the Timberwolves. They've added Lamelo, another scoring threat with Anthony Edwards. I think they're going to be all right together. We got to wait and see how it all's going to play out, but it would be fun to see how that's going to work. Portland's a new team, and they've been playing well. They're up and coming. It'll be good to see,
Yeah.
how they do. We don't know what Indiana's going to look like.
No,
So
we don't know what
if he comes
Washington's
back,
going to
yeah,
look like. Washington's
right,
picked up some people, Trey
yeah,
Young,
they picked up
and
some, they picked up
yeah.
some good pieces. So
So, I mean, it's all, and then Philly, what's Philly going to look like uh,
right,
with everybody healthy? Um, no, it should be a very interesting year. Very, very interesting year. Um,
yeah,
Congratulations to Spain for winning the World Cup. Heck
yeah,
of a game. Heck of a World Cup. Was kind of neat that it was in America, that we were in it
mm-hmm,
uh, as long as we had been in it. I thought that was pretty cool. I look forward
yeah.
to, I think 3032. I think we get it back.
I
Something
think it
like
is
that.
2032. I think yeah,
Something, I think it's 2032. Um, so yeah, it was a great game. I watched it. I mean, it was 0-0 for, ooh, the majority, I mean, of the
yeah,
game, and then they popped it, and yeah,
yeah,
it was a good game. It was definitely a great game in Spain. I thought Argentina was going to pull it out, but they just could not pull the trigger
yeah,
and score. There was a
yeah,
lot of shots on goal too. There was a lot of great goaltending. I mean, this was an exciting game. Um, Really ain't a lot happening with NFL.
No, not so
Nothing.
much. It's the same thing.
Getting ready for
Same
mini camp.
thing. Yeah, they're getting ready for mini camp, and the Packers have they have another starter locked up. Devontae Wyatt. They locked him up with a 3-year, $57 million contract with 20 million signing bonus. So he's good to go. Isaiah McDuffie, their linebacker, he signed a 1-year, $8.8 million contract extension. So, they just solidifying solidifying they all of the players that are part of their roster, solidifying their contracts and stuff. I don't know if you've if you've been on the internet lately, but they're talking about the viral clip of Scatterbo after he tried to do a backflip at some event and it didn't go as well as he planned. But but he's telling everybody uh that he's perfectly fine. He landed awkwardly on his surgically repaired right ankle
Ugh.
at Fanatics Fest. It said it has a video of Scatterbo attempting his trademark backflip. It went viral after he fell on the ground while trying to land the flip, addressing the elephant in the room at another Fanatics Fest appearance last Sunday. He said he's good
Golly.
following the fall and promised to not hurt himself before the season. He blamed the botched flip on the bouncy floors. So if the floor wasn't that bouncy, he would have executed that backflip without without incident. But you
Yeah, they got
know,
their hands full. They got their hands full with him. He's a
yeah,
character. Um,
yeah, good luck, New York.
yeah. Now in baseball, Tariq Skubal, one of the biggest names in baseball pitching. He's a stud. He's like
Mm-hmm.
Skeens. Tigers are saying they're not trading him, but there's huge rumors that they are going to trade him. He's just a
Mm,
great pitcher stuck on an okay team. The Mets are
yeah,
looking to maybe make some moves, but the rumor is if the Mets don't, and I don't know how. I mean, if they don't, they're going to be the biggest sellers if they don't turn some stuff around because they got a
yeah,
big pay, they got a huge payroll, and they haven't been able to do anything for the last 2 years. Really, every year it's like, oh, this is, and I think if they don't turn it around here shortly, I think they're going to start unloading some heavy debt.
yeah.
Um,
They're gonna explode it again. Yeah, implode it again.
and then the A's, they're trying to with Shea Langeliers,
Hmm.
great catcher, can definitely help a contender. The A's are getting ready to move to Las Vegas. Not this
Yeah,
year. Yeah, so they'll be in Vegas. Um, the Astros are kind of in the same spot, trying to either make a run or dump um, a lot of their heavy debt.
yeah,
And
because
it's
they got a lot of payout coming if they don't make some moves with these guys.
yeah, if they're not going to go to the playoffs or have a real chance of winning, and they're going to have to make some cuts. And what's funny is L.A. The Dodgers, they're just kind of coasting along like they did last year, waiting till they get to the playoffs. Really, I mean, that's kind of what they're doing, which isn't a bad. If you can do that, man, more power to you. Just coast through the. Don't really put a big stress on, and then when the playoffs come, just start unleashing. And that's what they did last year, and it looks like that's what they're going to do because really, that the American League is soft. The
Hmm.
American League is really soft. I mean, there's not really anybody over there. I mean, if you look at most of the standings, I'm gonna pull them up in the American League.
Hmm.
Um, Let me see. Everyone's barely over. Yeah, barely over. Um, they're barely over 500. I mean, they're 10, 11 games. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
and
It's
they're playing they're playing to win over there, and they're just not. It's just not. I don't know. The American League is just kind of lacking last couple of years. I know we had Toronto. Um,
hmm
yeah, like Chicago, they're 6 games over 500. The Yankees are 12 games over. Texas is 1 game over. I mean, we really don't have, Atlanta's 582. Milwaukee's always having a good. LA 630 percentage.
hmm
Milwaukee, those three are arguably the best teams. Atlanta,
Yeah.
Milwaukee, and the Dodgers. I mean, there's some other people underneath them, Philly and Miami.
hmm
Chicago's not doing bad, but in the American League, it's just not. It just I don't know. They just don't. They just haven't had it the last couple of years. Um,
Right. 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 Right.
it's just been kind of yeah. Like I said, they're barely over 500 now, and where the Yankees are, there's 4 teams over 500, but by 2 games, by eight
hmm
games. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah. So it's
It's
not about
nothing dominating. Yeah, there's no dominating. And the
right.
Yankees are missing Judge. Um, and Boston was kind of a total debacle, but they managed to shake back a little and at least get
hmm
respectable. Um,
Yeah. They
and the
added a
Rangers,
bat, didn't they?
yeah,
Didn't
yeah, yeah, they
Boston add? Yeah.
added a bat, and then the Rangers are barely just fighting just to stay at 500.
I know it. And I root for the Rangers too. I be rooting for those guys.
Yeah, they're right next door to
hmm
us. I mean, so it's not. Um, and then if you look at, let me look at what I got here, and you look at the Mets. The Mets are 16 games under 500. And with that payroll, something's
They
got to be
gotta
done.
yeah, they're gonna have a garage sale as they say. They're gonna have to dump a lot of salary because
Well,
man, the pay you got to pay
it's
all those people and the way that the standings look. Oh no, no, no.
you look terrible. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Atlanta's probably the best team, not the best, but they're in first place, and you're like I said, you're 16 games out. And the other
hmm
thing is the Mets have a very rich owner, and he's bought a lot of players. But it's like back in the day when Steinbrenner, it doesn't always work. It's got to have
Right.
during the '80s, the Yankees bought everybody,
hmm
and and really didn't do much in the '80s. After the '70s, when they won, with Reggie and all that, they paid a lot
Yeah.
of money for a lot of players, but they just never was able to win. And then when they got back, when Joe came and they got like a pulse, what I mean? They had Jeter, what I mean? Just kind
hmm
of
Yeah.
made a team, and that's when they started winning. And I think the Mets are just he's just throwing good money after bad money and just trying to,
Yeah.
and it's just not working.
Right.
Um,
And they haven't found the right person to bring everybody together either.
no,
Like the right
obviously,
manager to bring that talent together and transform some wins out of that.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, you look at a team like Milwaukee, and they're a really good team. I mean, I think they'll make a good run. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. I don't think they have the power. Um, I don't think they have the slugging power or the pitching to really go against. They got good pitching to go against LA in a 7 game series. And that's the other thing is you. I believe they could beat the Dodgers, but I don't think they could beat them in 7 games. That's the
Right.
difference. Kind of like what we talked about with the Lakers in the playoffs. Like we think they can win a couple games, but we just don't think
Right.
they can win a 7 game series. And I think that's where the Dodgers are definitely stacked at.
hmm
And the American League, the pitching just doesn't seem to be as strong. Um,
No, no.
not this year. A lot of injuries, a lot of people
Yeah.
out, people
hmm
just not having. One thing a lot of times people got to realize when you're betting baseball, you got to really watch the pitchers because pitchers are really, really, they're funny. They're
Hmm.
real funny. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
have to
Like,
be. Yeah,
yeah,
everything has to be perfect.
yeah, it's
Everything
got a
has to
line.
line up perfectly. And if it doesn't, that
It
one
throws them
thing out
off.
of whack will ruin their whole game. And you're like, oh, this dude's been pitching lights out for the
Right.
last 3 games. Now all
Yeah.
of a sudden he can't see the plate. What's going on?
Yes. No,
Rhythm,
that's true. Yeah.
repetition, repetition, and rhythm. Doing the same thing every day, practicing the same way, eating the same way, training the same
Yes.
way.
Same way.
All of this is a factor in their performance on the field. That's where we lose sight of it because we're going strictly off of talent and what we've seen in the highlights.
Right.
But
Right.
everything has to be perfect for
The,
especially high strung and top tier athletes. That whole day has to be perfect for them to have that perfect game. When they score those 81 points and things of that nature, or they have 5, 6 home runs in one game, that's because the whole day was perfect. Everything
right.
aligned up like it was supposed to.
Right.
One thing's out of whack, the whole thing's out of whack, and that's how you get drop touchdown passes wide open and stuff like that.
That's exactly right. And when you're dealing with pitchers, like I like to bet a lot of Skeens and Screwball and a couple other guys. I mean, you got to really kind of follow up what they've done in the last couple games and what the weather's like, and because it's all so. When it comes to pitchers, man, they're like a different breed. Like if the water's in the left cooler, it needs to be in the left cooler today. You know what I mean? It can't be because they don't like to be. It just routine.
No,
It's just
yeah,
their
it throws
routine.
everything off. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
very
throws
superstitious.
everything off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and baseball's hard because people always want to bet them on the one -1.5 +1. I mean, it's rough. It really is.
yeah.
That 1.5 will get you. That hook will get you a lot. Um, there ain't no lie there. That the hook will get you. I like watching the overs. Maybe playing around with a little bit of overs, a little bit of strikeouts.
Mhm,
Um, when Judge was hot there, it was kind of cool just to bet some home runs with him.
mhm.
But I'm thinking he's going to be back in the next 7 weeks. And I mean, when he gets back, I don't know. I mean, it's going to take a while for him to get warmed back up. Maybe betting with him on the unders of his baseball under home runs probably wouldn't be a bad thing because it's going to take him a second to get back in the groove. Um, he might come back and just get right in it, but I don't see that. I want to take a second here. Somebody had asked me, how come you guys don't talk about? So we're going to start interjecting the businesses back. I want you to Complete Well of Louisiana. If you guys need a water well or water treatment center, these guys are great. They're local. 318-458-3714. Tell them Big Lou and Tony G sent you from KM Radio and the Sports Book. So we're going to start premiering our businesses like we used to, all local businesses. So if you got a local business you'd like us to talk about for a minute or two, or send it to Facebook. Attention Big Lou. Send us your name, what you do, name your business, obviously, and a phone number. But these guys are great. Like I said, it's a local business. Anything we can do to kind of help out the local business and try to shop local, try to and be a little lenient on. I know because a lot of times people will go to McDonald's every day and they'll mess up their order every day and they'll complain and they'll go back every day. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They'll go back a thousand times.
and there'll be
And
10,
what
15 cars in front of them. They're gonna wait.
That's
They're gonna
exactly
wait.
right. But you go to a small business and the fork wasn't just right. You want to blast them on social media. Come on, guys, let's
Yeah,
give them a break.
come on.
It's rough out there. And let's support these. Like I said, let's support the local businesses. And tonight is Complete Well of Louisiana. Like I said, if you need a water well fixed, drilled, and a water treatment, 318-458-3714. Tell them Tony G Big Lou sent you. Tell them everyone from the KM Radio. Um, and don't forget to hit us up on KM Radio Facebook page or the Sportsbook page. Hit us up on either one. And of course, someone will get back with you if you have anything. Like I said, if you have a business that wants to be spotlighted on the Sportsbook, not a problem. Or if you got something else to deal with the station, you can go through us. We'll get it to the right channels, advertisement, announcements, DJs, parties. They do everything. So make sure you check out KM Radio um, on Facebook. Send them a message. All right, guys, we got a couple more minutes before we got to go. Anything going on with the Saints, or
Um,
just kind of
the Saints are going to be the Saints are going to be that dark horse. The NFC South is going to be interesting this year because
yeah?
you
I agree.
got Baker. You got Baker. He's ready for his contract. So he's going back and forth with the front office with Tampa Bay to get that right.
Right,
Will Bryce Harper step up, or will they just be that same team that's going to have flashes of greatness, but come back down to earth when they face a team, that's got a good winning percentage? The
right,
Atlanta Falcons, is Michael Penix the guy? Can he stay healthy? They got
right.
Drake London there. Um, you got Tua there. So Tua's going
Yeah,
to turn, so we're going to see what that dynamic is. And with the Saints, with Tyler Shue and him getting better in that offense, picking up some good draft picks, and the core, I think their key players in the offense are going to be healthier and better this year. So, and the best thing the Saints did was get Olave, get somebody beside Olave so they could take the pressure off him so much, and he could do his thing. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm very interested in seeing what plays out with the Saints this season because the division is up for grabs. You
absolutely.
know, so it'll be interesting to see. It just depends on what Carolina team is going to show up. Because if the Carolina team shows up like they did last season with flashes in the pan and not consistency, then they're going to fall back down to that fourth seed. Same with
Yeah,
Atlanta.
we'll cut this short, but yeah, I like the Saints to win eight plus. But saying that, we'll get to that when we pick it. Usually the week before the season, me and Big Lou do that. So make sure you
Mhm.
stay tuned every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Big Lou, Tony G, the sports book for your sports picks on the biggest station in the land, KHAM Radio. Where we go hands.
Hell.
Cool.